That's better. Hey folks, I'm Deaner Melhorn. In this video, we're going fishing for early spring catfish. And I'm gonna talk about some of the things to look for when trying to pattern these fish during this transition time from winter to spring. Guys, I may have a fish on this B&M rod. Yes, pinky. Pinky. Been here about 20 minutes. First bite I've had. Not a big fish. Oh, pinky, man, this reel's been at it for 4 years. Ancient mariner. People said it would last no time. Still catching fish. This one is not putting it to the test though. Nice little channel catfish. But the good news is, boom, skunk is out of the boat. Skunk is out of the boat. I'll take it. Maybe they're moving. That one's got a full belly. It looks like that one's eating. Bonk. Decent sized shad for that thing to hit there. Get him hooked back up there. Like I said, a relatively small shad. Using my little reverse fillet method to make a little bait big. That thing casts smooth. I think those may be in the channel. We'll see. Anyway, we got them scattered out around the boat. I'm gonna give this probably a good 45-minute sit before I make a move. Sun's just getting up. Let the fish get woke up. Sometimes they sleep in the mornings. So yeah, we'll see what happens. See if we can get another one in here. All right, folks, we're officially spring fishing, even though it's still more winter temperatures here in the south. It's in the upper 30s this morning as I get out on the water, but man, it's just I think it's mental, but I'm wanting it to be spring. Spring's close. There's crows crowing in the morning. I can smell turkey season coming here in a few weeks. We are wanting it to be spring, and I think that is translating into some of the ways we're fishing. And actually, I think some of the fish wanted to be spring. We had a tournament recently. There were a lot of fish caught in some shallow water. Now, there was a magic combination of some warm days, some water that heated up a little bit, an inflow of water, so all of that played a part. Interestingly, a lot of those fish moved out of that shallow water as temperatures got a little more seasonal. But I think the fish are wanting spring to happen. I think we as fishermen are wanting spring to happen, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm kind of starting to fish in early spring, late winter pattern, where some of these fish are starting to pull into some of the upper reaches of this reservoir. It's a little bit of a scouting mission to see if they're here yet. They may or may not be. I think a lot of these fish make a lot of moves right now. Some of the water flow we had has dictated what's going on with the shad and bait fish moving around. So it's a little bit exploratory. Hopefully we get hit. I don't have a long time to fish today. I've got nothing but shad today, believe it or not. I am not using any of the chicken bait. Reason being, I had a bunch of shad from some guide trips. I don't have one today, so I figured I need to go ahead and burn through this shad, because generally I don't freeze the stuff. I would rather just use it, and so I'm going to burn through what I got left today. So we'll have good fresh bait. Just got to see if the fish want to eat. I got one wanting to go right there. That fish is wanting to eat. Acting like he's there. Can't tell if it's a fish, if he's like got it, or just a little fish chewing on a bigger bait. Maybe another small one. That may be a sign to pack up and leave here. I'm gonna walleye fishing. Little fish, probably barely hooked. He may not even be hooked. He may just be chewing on the bait. I may let go of it here. Could be whisker hook. People say, how do you know they're whisker hook? Well, it's almost as if it's in their whisker and they don't really They're just trying to get loose from it. Ah, he's hooked. Again, a little fish. Little fish trying to eat a big bait. Maybe a sign to move, guys. Maybe a sign to make a move. That's a little channel cat. I'm gonna give it about 15 more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with these baits. Then I'm gonna make a move. 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Get that sucker hooked back up there. We'll reuse it. We'll reuse it on this stuff. Got some water. Water's moving a little bit, not much. We're about get them out there and see what happens. Man, it's hard for me to move when I'm catching fish, even if it's little fish. Had a guy trip yesterday, and we were anchored up in a place, and it was little fish like that. We were getting hit. We were getting hit, not hooking up, and then we were catching some, but a lot of little fish. I said, guys, I said, it just ain't looking good. We're gonna have to pull out of here if we want to get on some bigger fish. And then all of a sudden, boom, the bite quit. And one of the guys said, it's probably time to move, ain't it? And I said, no. I said, we're gonna sit here now. He said, why? I said, well, usually if you're getting bit by a bunch of little bitty fish and all of a sudden it stops, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times it's because some big fish have moved in, or a bigger fish have moved in. Did you remember, guys, a big catfish, big blue, big flathead, he'll eat a catfish that size. And that bite quit, man. It just quit abruptly. And about 10 minutes later, we caught a 30-pound blue, biggest blue cat the guy's ever caught. And great fish. I mean, it's a great fish on any trip, but it's really great when it's somebody's personal best. And so, I don't know. It's hard for me to leave biting fish, but I'm going to give it a minute here, a few more minutes, and try to make another little hole just to see if there's anything pattern-wise here, anything springy at all happening. So, we'll try it. Beautiful morning, though. Beautiful morning. Thank you, Lord, for another one. Guys, I just changed locations. I've either got a fish or one trying to swim off with it on this rod. I don't know if he's there or not. Nope, there goes one right there. That is a fish there. That is a fish. Oh, Hanky again. Now, I just made a move. Came up and anchored up in some shallow water. When I say shallow, I'm about 3 feet. Decided to try this. I have never fished here in my life. I fished near here, never this area right here. It's a small fish. But man, I ain't been here 5 minutes. I just started my timer, and poof, got hit. That's channel cat again. It's all right. Happy to get a bite, baby. Happy to get bit. It's a big old honking bait, though. Tell you what, these suckers, not afraid of a big bait today. Now let's just find a big fish that ain't afraid of a big bait. Yeah, guys, one of the things about fishing in this shallow water, that's usually kind of the first little evolution of springtime fishing, when these fish start moving up shallow. Because what happens is, as we get a little more daylight, a little warmer temperatures, this shallow water will warm up. That deeper water will remain colder. Colder water stays lower in the water column. These fish will pull up into these places, and bait's pulling up in here. And it's the first little sign that spring's on its way. Now, we still got a lot of cold weather to go before it's truly, truly springtime. But there's just a hint in the air, man. It's just a hint in the air. This is the first hint of the goodness to come. Guys, I just sat down, checked the bait on this rod. This is the one I got hit a minute ago. And just sat down and I heard a noise. I like hearing that noise when I'm fishing. This one took off, he's running. It's one of the PC Fun spinning reels, 5000 series Viper X. Putting it through the paces out here. Working good. Good reels. Dang, I thought he was bigger. Another channel. We're getting hammered by channels. Boom. I know where to come on the next catch fish to eat video. They're in here. And the colder water is not affecting them at all. This is where the boom pliers have the advantage. So what I'm gonna have to do is grab that hook and pull it back down into his mouth behind that jaw. That is the hardest hook catfish I've ever caught. It's crazy. Finally got the hook out. He's gonna have a sore jaw. That was tough. Throw that bait back on there. See if we can catch one more fish on it. It's funny, I come out here looking for these catfish that are on their spring pattern. I'm going, man, it's not really spring yet, but I just saw a blue heron going by, flying by, that had some twigs in its mouth, building a nest. Those birds are, they know it's time. It's getting there. They'll be building nests, nesting up soon. You know, they'll be mating here in a few weeks, and they're preparing. So maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe we're closer to spring than I give it credit for. But I see the geese out here pairing up. Maybe closer than I think. Who knows? But yeah, these patterns with these catfish is usually a good sign. That's usually when they're starting to make a little bit of a shift. When you start catching them in shallow water. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like they're going to spawn anytime soon. It's a long way off. A lot of this has to do with just, you know, shad movement, what's going on with shad, water temperature, that kind of thing. But it's a spring pattern. We're a good ways from the spawn. And when you start seeing this, it's when, especially you guys that are bank fishermen, it can make it easier for you to catch fish and find fish, especially if you're kind of, you know, constrained to areas that are near the bank, just shallow water, maybe some backwater, some coves or creeks that aren't very deep. It's a good time that you can start catching fish. And springtime, especially when things start to warm up, it's a good time for bank anglers. It's getting into, you're not as handicapped in where you're at fishing as you are in the middle of summer, or perhaps the dead of winter. So no big ones here yet. I'm gonna give it a little while longer. Got that bait back out there. I'm gonna try, like I said, I want to hit one more place. I've got a limited amount of time. I got to get out of here. But I'm feeling optimistic. So see if we can get one more. Stay hooked, stay hooked, stay hooked. Oh, I think it's another little fish. Man. Have y'all noticed we ain't caught no monsters here? Have you noticed every fish has been off this side over here? I've got 6 rods out. These 3 are the only ones I've had bites on. That was weird. I just seen the fish come up out of the water way back behind. This thing better not be around the tree. But everything's right over here. None of these rods have gotten hit. What's the difference? Well, that's about 2 feet deep over there. That's about 5 feet deep over there. We're kind of sitting in the middle here. Maybe there's more food over there. Maybe like a little bit deeper. Another channel. Good looking channel. Good looking channel. Good looking fish. Continuing to maul that same bait. I think that's 2 or 3. We don't get big channels here, guys, but we're getting bit. Catching some fish. All right. I'm actually going to retire that bait. That one's been mauled enough. Put a fresh one on there. I'm going to go big again. I'm going to go with a big bait. Say big. This ain't big. This ain't what I call big bait, but for a channel cat, you think, man, it hit some of those. I got some small pieces out there. None of those have gotten hit. I'm gonna check those baits here just to make sure they're still baited up. Something to sneak in there and suck the meat off of it. Get that back out. That gun it pulled out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Look at all that goodness. Mmm. Oh, dang. It makes me want to eat it. Like old sardine. Get me a can of sardines out. Come on. We're going to park this one. Let's park this one. Let's change the angle here a little bit. Since I'm getting hit so much over there, we'll put another one on that side. Now, one thing about the spring pattern and when it comes to catfish, this can be brought to a screeching halt very quickly by cold weather, especially if you get any snow or ice. That can really drop the temperature, water temperature quickly. Now, with that said, some stuff's going to happen regardless, no matter what happens with the temperature, but it can bring stuff to a halt when you do get those cold temperatures. We're still going to have freezing temperatures. We're not past that where we're at, as are most of you anywhere else in the country. This is only March, but you know, if you can keep this, you know, trending pattern of average temperature getting a little bit higher and a little bit higher, water's going to get a little bit higher in temperature and a little bit higher, it can be close. So it can be close. We can start to get into some spring fishing here. So that's exciting. That's a good thing. It's working here. It's working here today. Like I said, there's been some trips out here to where we've kind of stumbled on this and found some fish, and then poof, they're gone. So we'll see how long it lasts. More and more, it will trend more and more in this direction. So for now, we've got the warmer days of spring to look forward to in shorts instead of fleece pants. Did it stay on there? Is it coming at the boat? I think it is. Let's see. Is he there? Yep, he's there. Stay button, baby. Come on. Oh, it's another channel cat. He hit it like a freight train. He hit it good. Thought I may have finally got me a good blue in here. This one actually was not one of the rods off to the side. I just reeled in all the other rods to check bait. All got bait on them, had not been hit. And just put this one back out 2 or 3 minutes ago. He's hooked good too. Another healthy looking channel cat. It's a good population of channels in here. Good eater sized channel cats. Y'all may see me back in here making a catch and cook video. Man, these hooks are digging in. These are these Hooker's Terminal tackle hooks that I got from them. I think they're the backstabber. They're the jaw stabber today. Hello, world. Get him back in there. Bait's been out there the whole time I've been sitting here, which is close to an hour now. They very good catch rate. I'll reuse it just for the heck of it. Boom. Good catch rate. No big fish though. It's the only bad thing. It will keep me entertained until some big fish show up. That's the one thing about it, and that can happen at any time. I get into these places a lot of times, and you'll get in here and you'll be getting bit. So like I said earlier on the trip the other day, you'll be getting bit, catching fish, and all of a sudden the bite will quit. Nothing. Some big fish will move in. So that's what I'm hoping will happen. Some of the action going on here will stir up some bigger fish. We'll see. That's better. That is better. I was just sitting here thinking, my little fish have quit biting. Like, where'd the little fish go? He is making a run, trying to find him a deep hole to get to or something. Trying to see if he's gonna clear every one of these lines. I think he's under. He's probably gonna be in every line I got here. That's okay. We'll deal with that. He does not know there's a boat right here though. Let's see where this line's at. All right, we cleared him off of that. Now he knows there's a boat here. A decent blue. He's not big. Better than what we caught though. I think he's liftable. Can I lift him? Oh, this may be a bad idea. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's coming off. Oh, can I get him with the boga? Can I get him with my fingers? The boga's on the other side of the boat. Oh, let's see if I can get him with my fingers. Got him. Oh, got him. Look at that fella. Oh, he was barely hooked. I thought he was bigger than he was. He was barely hooked. He was barely hooked. Got my fingers as a boga grip. Look at that hole. Yeah, he'd have come off of there. This we got a blue. Still getting bit. Maybe some blues are moving up in here to feed. Get him back alive. Sitting there pulling in another line, and I got a rod going right there. I don't think he's a monster, but it's funny. I was just getting ready to move, and matter of fact, if you look behind me, around me, over here, I got rods that are in the holders. Just getting ready to make a move. I'm gonna go try one more place. Like I said, I'd like to get on one big fish. If they're here, I just got a feeling they may be staged up away from here. So take a gamble. I've already caught a lot of fish today. Very happy with the catch rate. And let's see if I can park it for about an hour. About how much time I got left. See if I can put one whopper in the boat. It's a decent looking channel cat again. Another good channel cat. Interestingly, on Pinky, again, that's a good channel. That's a better channel cat for this lake. Nice one. Pinky caught a lot. Pinky's in a good place. Pinky's got that funky sinker on it. Who knows? But we're catching. I made my move. Finally did it. Came down a little deeper water. Not much though. Anchored on a little point here. Ironically, the fish comes off the shallow side. This is actually on the Carolina rig too. This may be a blue. This may be a blue finally, which would be nice. But a good bite today. I cannot complain. This is good fishing. Some of the best catch rates that I've had in a while. Now, funny, I'm trying totally different places than I fished in recent history. So, actually, the last place I was at, never been there before. So, little head shake like a blue. This is one of the PC Fun reels, Chaos. It is on my website. Any of the PC Fun reels are, whoa, didn't like that. Any of the PC Fun reels are in the gear section on my website, DieterMelhornFishing.com, if you were to check them out. Oh, a little bigger than I thought. Might need a boga grip. Take it. I probably should net this fish just so I can get a decent fish in the boat. Come here, slugger. Simmer. Open your mouth. Oh. That was an angler failure. Gotcha. Oh, clipped you loose again. Come here, buddy. Got you now. Got you in the boat. This one looked good too, man. These Hooker's Terminal Tackle circle hooks, I think they call these the backstabber. They are digging in. What's that fish gonna weigh? 13 pounds. Nice fish. Good looking blue catfish. That nice one. Happy to have him along. Get him back alive so you can catch him. It's a good catch rate today, guys. Caught a lot of fish. I think that is, let me look at my counter here and see where we're at. That is what, fish number 9, if I've clicked all of them. I'll have to go back and add them up in the video. 9 or 10, anyway, it's a lot of fish. It's a good catch rate. Is it the shad? All I'm using is shad today. I did notice in the last trip where I used chicken alongside shad won. Wasn't a great catch rate like we had today. I fished a long day on that trip, and I think I only had 5 or 6 fish, but only one of them came on chicken. So it's a change happening. It's springtime actually the time when chicken does not perform as well. Well, if you watch my channel enough, you'll know that I'm gonna test it out. I'm not just gonna guess at it. So I'll be trying that. I should have brought some today because it was actually a good day to test stuff because it's such a good catch rate. But I've got some guide trips coming up. I may do a little experimenting on them. And we'll do it in some videos too to see. But definitely a good bite today. Like I said, no whoppers, 13 pounders. It's always nice to get one of those. Don't take those for granted. But at least some fish are biting, and give me some confidence going into what's the first 10 of spring. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one, and then that one. No, do that one first, and then that one. I don't know. Just watch them both. They're both good.